On behalf of all the faculty members of GITS, I'm very happy to welcome you to GITS Waseda University. The study area of GITS is ICT, or Information Communication Technology. As you know, the ICT is one of the most rapid changing study areas, as well as one of the most important study subjects necessary for continuous and sustainable progress of our society. If you just remember what things looked like 10 years ago, suddenly you can easily understand and realize that so many big changes has been occurred for the last 10 years around us. For example, the number of broadband internet subscribers in Japan about 10 years ago was about 3.5 million. However, at the end of last year, 2011, it reached around 34 million. It means the number of subscribers has become almost 10 times bigger in the last 10 years, at least in Japan. And considering the fact that the number of households in Japan is now around 49 million, the coverage of the broadband internet in Japan is now around 70%. Another example I can show you is the 3G mobile phone, which is now spread and implemented all over the world. The world's first implementation of the 3G mobile phone was done by NTT Docomo in October 2001 in Japan. It was again about 10 years ago. However, now, as you may know, NTT Docomo is providing 3.9G mobile phone, which is sometimes called LTE, or long-term evolution. That was in December 2010. And last year, 2011, Docomo started to sell LTE smartphones and tablet PCs. The maximum downlink of the initial 3G mobile phone was just about 384 kilobits per second. But now it reached 75 megabits per second by LTE. Surprisingly, the downlink bitrate increases 200 times in the last 10 years. Of course, the 2 points I've just mentioned are just a part of the miracle evolutions of ICT. However, I think they are quite enough to remind you of the big ICT evolution in the last decade. And you also have to remind that ICT services has been also evolving along with the network technology evolution. By the way, you are now entering not only in GITS, but also into your research lives. However, what is research? Simply speaking, in my humble opinion, research is an activity to investigate something unknown or something that may happen in the future. In other words, what you are doing in a GITS, in your research life, is to create the future of information communication technologies of 10 years after, or to create the future society of 10 years after through your research activities. Of course, predicting the future is not an easy task. However, I believe it gives you some hints to look back at what happened in the last 10 years. Indeed, as the changes in the last 10 years are so big, what will happen in the coming 10 years must be much bigger. In your coming research lives in GITS, I really wish that you find some solutions through your creativities that are needed for our future society. As said by the Beatles, I don't know if you know much about the Beatles, but as said by the Beatles, it's a really long and winding road. But I hope your great achievement in your research lives in the GITS. So once again, welcome aboard GITS and good luck in your research lives here. Thank you very much.